In this exercise, we're going to take a look at the relationship between Dreamweaver and fireworks. It's a technique called round tripping. And basically, round tripping means that you can make changes in your fireworks document and have them instantly show up in your Dreamweaver page. This has been a feature of the app since way back in the Macromedia days. So to get yourself started with this technique, what I need you to do, first off, is define a site in Dreamweaver. So we just go to New Site, give the site a name, and then just tell it what the local folder is. And your local folder is going to be the round trip folder in your exercise folder, this one right here. And you just click choose and your site will now be defined. Okay, I'm just going to cancel this. When the file opens or the site is defined, I want you to open the fwuser.htm file. This is the table-based layout that's created from Fireworks inside, as well as the PNG file. And all the images and slices and things that are used in the image or used in the page are there. The first step in the process is defining Fireworks as being your primary editor for JPEG, GIF, and PNG graphics. You do that by setting Fireworks as the editor in your preferences. You PC users, the preferences are at the bottom of the edit menu. I'm on a Mac, so they're over here in the Dreamweaver menu. There's the preferences. Regardless of which platform you have, when you open the preferences, you come to File Types and Editors. And the first thing you want to do is locate Fireworks. Just use the Browse button. And then once you've got Fireworks up, you can click on the file format, PNG, GIF, or JPEG. And depending on the file format you've chosen, all you have to do is click the Make Primary button, and it works. So this is all you need to do. So I'm just going to cancel that. For those of you that have done this for the first time, click OK. All right, so the client has determined that he or she needs a couple of changes. Wants this image moved over a few pixels. The image of the chefs is not doing it for the client. They'd like that jazzed up a bit. You've discussed it and you want to put a little bit of a frame around it. They say, yeah, let's go with that. And this rollover, the desaturated coffee cup, I'll show you in the live view. It's just not working. They'd like a glow or something showing up around it, which is fine. So to get yourself started moving over to Fireworks, what you need to do is actually select the table. And you just click on the outside edge of the document and click on the table tag. Now you may see a few others in here depending on where you click. But the tag you want is table. And you click it and you notice that there's now an edit button and Fireworks is there. Click that button. What will happen is it will launch Fireworks. You're going to get an error message that basically says any changes you make will be reflected in the new HTML that's output. No big deal there. And you click OK, and let's start making our changes. And before we do that, let's just notice that there are two little additions here to the bar at the top. The first one tells me that I am now editing from Dreamweaver. So the application has been launched by Dreamweaver, so any changes I make in this document will be reflected in the Dreamweaver document when I finish. And when I finish, I click the Done button. We're not going to do that just yet. First thing we're going to do is get the Select Behind tool. And instead of playing around with the slice, all you're going to do is you're just going to click on the image with the Select Behind tool. And that's great because what it does is it selects the next object behind the object in front of it. So the slice is laying over the image. We've now selected the image, and we can use the arrow key to move the image over a few pixels. Okay, so that's done. Happy there. Next up is this image here. So we're going to go to the selection tool. I'm going to turn off the slices and select the image. And we'll go to the filters and we'll put a little bit of bevel and emboss on it. We'll use an inner bevel. We don't want anything that makes it look like a button, so we're going to go with ring, which puts a little frame around it, and we're just going to decrease the width of the frame. We'll take it down, say 4 pixels. That's nice. And then we're going to come over to our coffee cup here, and we're going to change it. Now, you notice there are no filters on it. It's because state 2 is where the filter is applied, right there. So you come to the states panel, open it up, click on your coffee cup, remove the hue saturation, and let's put a glow on it. So we'll just use a glow. And it's a little bit on the big side. You can see it's over the line there. So we're going to pull the glow down to maybe 3 pixels. That'll pull it down nicely. And red doesn't work. We're going to use a coffee color, which would be 996600. Select it. That's done. Back to state 1. And we turn on our slices. And I'm just going to zoom out so you can see everything. So it's all done. And speaking of which, we're now finished. So we can now click the Done button. And what will happen now is that Fireworks will slice it all up, redo the HTML, and then close the document. Your fireworks will stay open and ask if you want to do anything else. You don't, so you just go back over to Dreamweaver, and you notice our changes are instantly reflected. In fact, the rollover here, if you go to Live View, now has the glow. So there you go. That's how you can do what we call round tripping between fireworks and Dreamweaver. What you do is you select the table, and then away you go with the edit. Click the edit button, make your changes. Once you've made your changes in the fireworks document, click the done button in fireworks, and the changes are instantly reflected in Dreamweaver.